Carolyn here spent Thanksgiving abroad, and she's going to be telling us about some of the trends she saw there. Carolyn, where did you go?
Yes. So for Thanksgiving, my family and I went to go visit my younger brother who lives in Okinawa with his wife. They are both Marines, and they've lived there now for probably just over 2 years. Wow. And they have a 1.5-year-old and a 3 or 4 month old at this point.
So you met your nieces for the first time?
For the first time.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Not only was it my first time to Japan, we were in Okinawa, which is like the tropical island of Japan. I got to meet my nieces. My siblings and I were all together in the same room for the first time in like 6 years or something.
Oh, wow.
So it was a whole lot of firsts, and it was just a really beautiful trip. And then they all went home, and I was like, I'm going to Tokyo. So I spent a couple of days in Tokyo and then a couple of days in Kyoto, and Kyoto stole my heart for sure.
Now, what about Kyoto stole your heart? I need to know.
Yeah.
Well, it's very historic, and while it is still a city, it still has all the old parts of the city. And if you're familiar with geisha at all, there's a huge geisha district, and it is one of the original and most strict geisha districts. There are still geisha there today, only about 200. And so I did like this really cool night tour, walking the district and learning all about them and peeking around the corners to see if we can, see any geisha as she goes to her appointments. And I did a tea ceremony in a kimono. Like, it was just beautiful. Rode my bike along this beautiful river that runs through the city. I mean, it was awesome.
Beautiful.
And it's like a trip.
This is a trip.
Yes.
I did all that in 2 days, mind you.
Wow.
And also went to temples and visited a custom suiting workroom that's in Japan too. So
I
packed it
heard
in.
a crazy rumor. You correct me. I heard that Japan has no trash cans.
That is true. That is true.
I heard that too.
So it's really hard to find trash cans on the sidewalk there. And one of the gentlemen that I met traveling abroad, because I did many tours, met many people. He is an Army colonel, but he informed our group that the reason that there aren't any trash cans is because there was a terrorist attack many years ago where they put some sort of gas inside of all the garbage cans along the sidewalks.
Wow.
So ever since then, they removed the trash cans from public.
Wow.
So, now you just carry your trash with you, or if you go into a place like a Starbucks, they will have a trash can inside that you can
That
drop.
makes sense. So
Yeah.
got some culture, got to see family. Tell me about the
Yeah.
fashion that you saw.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So obviously I was paying very much attention to the fashion. And one overarching thing that I love about Japanese fashion in general, not even specific to right now, is that oftentimes couples like to match. So not like match exactly identically, but they will coordinate their colors, or they both will wear the similar jacket and then like a matching shade of denim jeans. And I just think it is the most adorable thing ever.
Women would love that.
Yes.
I wonder how the men feel about that there, but I
No.
guess it's part of the culture.
I would assume it's part of the culture there. I
Yes.
never got the opportunity to ask, but they seemed all on board.
Wow.
So I think some of the American men can step it up and match their lady. Anyway, let's dive into the current trends that I saw out in Japan. I can't wait to share them and get you inspired for some of your next purchases. There were so many amazing trends that I saw in Japan. And one of the most obvious trends that all of the women were wearing, like 80% of the women out there are all wearing maxi skirts. Full volume, most often a black solid maxi skirt. So this is an absolute trend that we can also take a part in here during our winter stateside. But specifically, one outfit that you can see in this photo here of all the different, some of the different skirts that I photographed. The woman in the front, she is wearing a gray maxi skirt, but with a white pleated skirt underneath. So I'm going to dive in and show you some examples of how you can make this look as well. So first, we're going to start with the underskirt. This almost acts as like your petticoat. So we have the line and dot monarch skirt for $125, and this is actually a midweight knit. So what's great about this is it's going to be super soft, really comfortable on your skin, and great for the winter season. It's going to have some good weight and nice movement because it is a knit, and this is going to drape really beautifully underneath your black maxi skirt. And obviously this has a fantastic elastic waistband. So also another thing we love during the holidays. So once you pick up your pleated white skirt, again, you will go and pick up your voluminous maxi skirt by A New Day straight from Target. So this skirt is $30. You can see that it has all the gathering around the waistband, which is going to give you nice volume to the skirt. And once you layer this over that white skirt that we just talked about, you're going to have this beautiful layering effect. You're going to get some great movement in the skirt, and it's going to be super warm for the winter season. So this black maxi skirt from Target has a 4.5 star review. It is made with recycled polyester fabric and again, elastic waistband. But the very best part are the side pockets, because what girl doesn't love a skirt and a dress with pockets? So pick up these two skirts to make one awesome outfit. And of course, you can repurpose this white pleated skirt under other maxi dresses. What you want to make sure is that the top skirt is about 3 inches shorter than the bottom skirt. Now, if you're one of my petite ladies, maybe you'll go for 2 inches to keep that proportion looking great. But that's one trend in Japan and how you can replicate that here in the stateside. The next trend that I saw out there is the hiking sneaker. So the hiking sneaker we've seen. What I love about it is instead of seeing this on the trails, we are seeing it in the streets, and people are styling these hiking sneakers with their casual wear, and it's looking super cool, adding a little bit of an edge to any casual look. But specifically, the sneaker was the Salomon XT6. And here you can see in the inspiration all the different ways that the women were styling, and maybe a couple outfits by yours truly, because I also was rocking the Salomon XTX6 on my trip all through Japan. So let's dive in to that pair. This one specifically is the Gore-Tex. So this is going to be a waterproof sneaker. If you click on this link, you're going to see about 10 different colorways. There are so many different versions of this sneaker. You can do the Gore-Tex. There's another one that's more of like a sports style. So there's a lot of different options for you to find your color palette that works best for you. One of my favorite things about this sneaker is you can see it's got the yellow, red, and blue strip down the front of the sneaker. This is like their branding code. This is how you recognize a Salomon. And these are just super cool. They're really trending. When I was in Tokyo and Kyoto, every single shoe store, you look on one wall and you see the Adidas Sambas or the Adidas Gazelles. And on the other wall, it was this sneaker in 10 different colors. So you better believe it. This one is just going to blow up stateside as well. Pick your colorway so you can rock these in the streets as well. The other trend I want to share with you is actually a menswear trend. So ladies, as you are thinking about what to get your man for the holidays, maybe it is a crossbody bag that he can wear not only when he's traveling, but just when he's going out. That way he's not loading up his front pockets with his wallet, his phone, his keys, or asking you to carry all of his things. This, I swear, everywhere I went, men either had a crossbody bag, a messenger bag, and some of them may had nice leather backpacks, but the crossbody bag was the overarching, most popular bag that the men were carrying. And no, they were not all tourists. These were local guys who were looking sharp and knew that there was a better way for them to carry around their things than shoving it in their pockets and looking sloppy, because, guys, it looks sloppy. So this bag in particular that I'm going to share with you is the Boss Textured Leather Messenger bag. It is currently on sale from $250 to $149. That's 40% off. Now, I scoured the internet for my favorite menswear crossbody bag. The reason I chose this is because the branding is so low key. We don't need to wear a bag that is like a total billboard, right? This is for function. It is for fashion, but we're not wearing it to advertise Boss. I love the sleek design. It's got a nice, great silver zipper, and then you have the adjustable nylon strap here. It's also a really great size, 7 by 9.75 inches, and then a depth of like 0.75 inches. Okay, so it's going to be very thin and lay nicely across the body. I think guys are going to be a little more happier to carry a bag like this that is very slimline versus some of those camera bags and the other more boxier pieces. So if you're looking to get your man's phone, wallet, keys out of your purse or out of his pockets, Get this bag for him for the holidays, and he will be looking fashionable while also having a functional bag to go out to dinner and go out in the evenings and be looking sharp. So those are a few of the Japanese trends that I saw on my trip. I hope you found some inspiration and maybe a gift idea.
Definitely some good gift ideas in there for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't realize what an influence Japanese fashion had on the industry.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, it's just funny to see how different places might play off of each other. Where are the trends starting, or who's picking up what from what other place? Whoops. Wardrobe malfunction. What I thought was interesting and what I didn't expect is how much black and white and solid color. Like it really, really was black and white. And to a degree, like Japan is so refined and like so sophisticated design-wise. It wasn't a surprise there. But even when I went to like Harajuku, it was still very like clean, very polished. And so I feel like that's definitely been, you know, a little bit more of a shift in the trends for them.
Definitely. Well, I'm glad to hear that your trip went well and that you got some inspiration to give to our viewers at home.